Well, what's up, everyone? I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This is Nelson, and I want to share something with you that really changes my life. As I ventured out into this business, I wanted to help other people, the life coaching business. But guess what? I was doing this long before I put a title to it. Before there was a title to it, I was doing this long time ago. Unconsciously, I find myself as I reflect back on my life, start traveling at a young age, visiting a lot of countries and make a lot of friends, and some of those places I've went back time and time again, and always find something to give or to take there and to give so that it can help that family. But I didn't know that I was doing this. I didn't know that that was a part of my business, giving. Yes, there's some things that you have to pay for, yeah, but giving is such a wonderful thing. Given it shall be given unto you. He said, better to give than to receive. When you give, you always get back. It would always come back to you. You always get what you want. And the feelings that you get, the joy that you get from giving, from sharing, it is such a wonderful thing. Here is the thing, though. As I begin to research in this company, or this business, I should say, they talk about branding, they talk about your thumbnail, all these different things that you got to do, that you have to do so that you can get their viewing and you can get people to come to your channel and attract people and all these different things. And you can find yourself researching and researching because you are afraid to fail. You're afraid that your business is not going to be good as the other man, or you are so anxious to get the views and to make the money to the point that now you outbrand yourself. You're not even yourself anymore. I believe that when you are true to yourself, you can attract more. I believe that wholeheartedly. See, you are unique. I am unique. If I found out that I am wonderfully and fearfully made by the Creator, there cannot be another Nelson. It is done. The mold that created Nelson has been broken. It is finished. You cannot duplicate another Nelson. I am who I am, and I am unique. I love what Neville Goddard said. And there's a text, not a text. There's a quote that he had. He said, "You are already that which you want to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. You are already that which you want to be. You are already successful because you see, success starts on the inside. You are already beautiful. You're already handsome. You are already strong. All of it starts on the inside. I love what the text said. It said, the same power that raised Christ from the dead is in you. It lives in you and me. And here's another one in Colossians 3 and 11. I love to use these texts because I believe that they are powerful example. They are powerful faith building words that can help you to recognize who you truly are. Here it is. It says, in this new life, it doesn't matter if you are a Jew or a Gentile, circumcised or uncircumcised, barbaric, uncivilized, slave or free. Christ is all that matters, and he lived in all of us. You say all. So it doesn't matter. You can be successful wearing a $3,000 suit, and you can be successful in your bathing suit, as we call it, as naked as the day you enter into this world. It doesn't matter. The clothes doesn't make you. It's who you think you are. I had to find out. Matter of fact, I found out that all these rebranding, yes, it is good for business so that people can know who you are and what you're doing. Because I believe in teaching that when you change your thinking, it will change your lifestyle. Because as a man think he becomes, I believe in that. But at the same time, you got to understand that you are unique. Just rebranding yourself, you cannot rebrand yourself. You cannot make yourself over on that divine level, on that spiritual level. You are who you are. Now, I love what Billy Ocean said. He said, what is the color of love? You see, love does not have a color. It's the same thing with spirit. We all are spiritual beings, and there is no color in spiritual being. You are who you are. You are who the Creator made you to be. I am unique. I am wonderfully and fearfully made according to the text, and nobody can rebrand that. So I had to come to the conclusion. I have to come to some kind of closure in my life that the only thing that I can be successful at is to sharing my experience, to give you how I have evolved, how my life has turned around, what I have used. And if you think that this is something that you can use, it will work for you. But if you don't think that it will work for you, it will not work. And each and every one of us, you will always have a following. You will always, because it's just like coffee and tea. I might like coffee today, he might like tea. I might like tea. He might like coffee. You're going to always find an audience for what you do. But you, first of all, you got to make sure, you got to understand who you are. Matter of fact, I had to understand who I am. Let's stick with the I. I had to understand who I am in order for me to focus and to continue in this business. Because if I didn't know who I am, I find myself keep going back researching more and more material, and it's months down the road that I'm still researching and haven't put out any kind of material as yet, because I'm still trying to. Every time I find something, it seems like this one is better. Every time I find, oh man, I think I better go with that one. To the point that I have outbrand myself. But when I begin to be true to myself, when I begin to understand that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and there is only one of me, and I can only share my experience. Yet, yes, you're gonna get some information from other places that you can use as an example. You can use to make your point, but at the same time, you got to understand that what someone else is doing, it might not be what you are called to do or what you're supposed to be doing. So you got to understand within yourself that it is all about you and your experience. Now, I've seen people who have branded themselves, the hair, the wigs and the nails and the eyelashes and the cars and the suits and all these different things. It's like if you go up to their door unannounced and you knock on the door, they got to run when they answer the door. You got to run back and take about 30 minutes to get ready to come out so that you can recognize that, oh, yeah, that's the person I saw on in the picture on the video. They got to try to look as close as possible to what there was branding or putting out. So you see, I love to be myself in that way. If you show up at my house, it will be okay. Open the door. Hi, how are you? Come on in and just be myself, and we flow into a conversation and enjoy each other company. So I believe if when you don't pretend, or when I stop pretending or did not pretend, make up in my mind that I'm not going to pretend anymore to be something else, to have 10 cars lined up behind me. Not that I don't love those cars. I love those cars, and I love what the brothers and sisters are doing, because I am not going to degrade anyone. All I love all the business that they're doing. And I wish for them all the best of life. I want to see them succeed in life. I want them to have the best and as much as they can. But you see, their life cannot be my life. My life cannot be their life. I might like coffee, they might like tea. That's cool. But I have to be true to myself, because I believe in the law of attraction. I believe even if you're naked and you put out some contents that someone like, it they will be attracted to it. If you believe that, I believe if you have on a $3,000 suit and you put out content that someone like, or you believe that someone is going to like this content, you will attract those followers. You will attract those clients. You can attract the best and most expensive clients that you can even think about. It's the law. I believe the law of belief, which is the law of life, is applied to everybody. It doesn't matter what makeup you're wearing. It doesn't matter what suit you are wearing. It doesn't matter if you are naked. It will work for you if you believe that you receive what you ask for. We have help. The divine power of God in us is what bringing those things into our life, is what attracting those things into our life. Love is God. The Bible talks about the man who does not love does not know God, the creator. When you love, love is attractive. When you love, people love you back. You'll say, well, not everybody love you. Look, love is attractive. The one who have love in their heart, you will attract those to you. So when you're being true to yourself, or I had to be true to myself, first of all, I should say. When I begin to be true to myself, I find myself become comfortable. I find myself now begin to produce or push out material that I believe it can help someone else. It can help someone to be themselves, to understand, not because you don't have the $10,000 camera or the $1,000 camera as yet. You have a phone and you have a room and a microphone. You can do some great things because it's on the inside of you what counts. When you're being true to yourself, you cannot be duplicated. Use your experience to help someone. Is my experience of a past relationship that failed, and me myself losing my house and different things like that, that could have driven me into a place of depression or do some crazy things. But because of who I am, because of what I was taught growing up, the divine part of me kicks in. I was awakened to my divine self that helps me to understand there's more to life than just things. There's more to life. You can always replenish those things. And that's what we want to teach. That's what we want to push out when you renew your mind. Because you see, growing up, I had that closed mind that the only thing you should read is the Bible. But I understand a lot of these books that have all those positive information are offsprings of the Bible. People have ideas, meditation, ideas come and they begin to write from those ideas. So when you begin to broaden your thoughts, when you begin to allow yourself, when you accept who you are limitless. You find yourself get more and more of what you want. All that you need, it comes to you because it says God will give you the desire of your heart. He will give you the desire of your heart. And I believe when we are renewed and awakened to our true spiritual self, we are unstoppable. And guess what? We were unstoppable before we were even renewed. But the thing is, we didn't know about it. I love the quote. The quote says, the quote said, you are already that which you want to be. There's so many people who want to be successful so bad, but they don't know how to get there. And that's what we are trying to get you to understand, try to help you to understand. I'm sharing my experience with you because I was there. I didn't know how to renew my mind. I didn't know how to be bold and confidence. I always think it's for the other person. I always try to go to the back of the line. But I understand who I am. I am wonderfully and fearfully made. And if I believe that I can, I would. If I believe that I cannot, I won't. But it's up to me. I understand that now. It is up to me. And just like everyone else, at that point, at that time, I needed a little spark. I needed something to take that veil off of my mind. I needed that something to help me to understand that my subconscious mind is creative. Whatever I I placed in my subconscious mind, what I really truly believe, what I impress on my subconscious mind, it will come to pass. Like we are always reminded in the Bible that our words are powerful. We will be held accountable for idle words, the words that comes out of my mouth. And I love another one said, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be accepted in your sight, oh Lord, my God, my Redeemer. I love that because it's important. Our inner speech is also very important. What we said is also very important because if we continue to say it and we believe it, we will act upon it just like anything else. And success is inevitable for you, me, and everyone else. But is what we believe when we're being true to ourselves and not trying to brand ourselves to the point that we are unrecognized or we outbrand ourselves, we move away from our true identity. That I believe is when we begin to be confused, frustrated, and begin to push out things that is not profitable or benefit to anyone because we are trying so hard to be like someone else when our true self are crying out and say, hey, look at me, you forget me, man, you going without me. And that's what I've learned when I've been true to myself. When I begin to be true to myself, my life began to evolve. Things began to happen in my life. I was confused. I was wondering what should I put out? What kind of content? I don't know what to do. I was so frustrated. I asked my wife, and she keep telling me, just teach from your experience, give from your experience. You have. what someone wants. You have, and I love this other quote that said, I am a mental and spiritual magnet, attracting those who want what I have to offer. There is a divine exchange of ideas between us. They are blessed and I am blessed. I love that. That's why I love giving. So, again, this is Nelson. This is all I have for right now. Until next time, you can go to nelsonrobertson.com, nelsonrobertsonsenior.com, and check out my course there. Also, if you think that we can work together, I am willing and able to help. Go to nelsonrobertsonsenior.com. Until next time, this is Nelson. I love you guys and take care. Remember, stay true to yourself because you can outbrand yourself to the point that you don't even recognize your true power, and it lies within you, in you, and it will change your lifestyle when you renew your mind. It's Nelson, and out. Have a blessed day.